especially at our level, what will happen is if you play that one, 9 times out of 10, if it's between where my hands are right now, we're gonna grab it. If it's between here and the goal. The different things that you can do is this person, for like what we do is we don't have this person go until after the disc is thrown. So can I see this real quick? So like what? Be able to reach this that I'm throwing across, or I'm going to be up higher on the post, and I'm going to be pushing from where, when I duck, I'm able to put it into that pocket. So what will happen is then I'll push from here, and if he doesn't go for me, I can just drop it in this pocket, and as soon as he pushes up towards me, I'll send it across to that top of the post.
Yeah. Can we see that one live?
Right? And then that's where, so what happens with these though? Yeah. But so what happens with these though? Silent, you came off of it a little bit, right? And then you weren't able to
throw it and I'll re-grab with you.
So what's happening is I'm keeping my head faced this way, and I'm throwing it, but I'm not able to see the post right now.
Okay.
Because as soon as I turn this way, it makes it look like I'm throwing it that way, right, J-Dub? If you see me turn this way, you're like, he's about to make a cut, he's not going to shoot. Where if I'm here and I go that way,
I have no idea he's there because as a goalie, my attention primarily is on the disc holder. Now, yes, I know he's over there, but I'm watching you if you're pushing in at the goal. And as a goalie, I've been trained to watch where you're looking and where your hand's at to try and predict what you're doing. So yeah, if you're looking at me the whole time, I'm expecting you to shoot it. If I see you look over there, I'm expecting the cut, and then I'll come into a position where I can try and intercept the cut.
Mm-hmm. And so then this is the other reason of why you hold versus why you push off and you try to catch it. If I come here and you jump off and I throw it too low, you're not going to catch it. Where if you're holding onto that post, then if you need to go down, you're able to jump down and at least pick that disc back up if needed, or you can be jumping towards the goal.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions about cut passes, guys? Foxy's giving us gold right now.
And don't feel like you only have to do one. You can do 3 or 4.
In fact,
and
double
then you can even do 1 or 2 and then back it back out. It's all about reading the bubble and making sure it's a good bubble. If you're sitting here and 4 defenders are inside of this bubble, it's probably going to be a better idea to back it back out and then push again. Because you want to pull people out of the bubble and be able to push whenever it's a 4-on-3 or a 4-on-2.
When you have the advantage.
Yep.
That's a call my team uses. We just started using it, bad bubble. If we're pushing in towards the bubble and we can count 4 defenders inside the bubble, we'll call bad bubble and we'll push it out a little bit and slow it down to try and make defenders come out of the bubble towards us, so that then we can get the advantage inside the bubble.
And also, for if you're defending, if anybody's on this shield, that's the goalie's job.
Goalie's job's to cover clock.
Your job's to cover the goal and cover clock. So right
Probably
now,
by,
if
probably
Captivating
by
has
being
it,
up here.
then
Like
you're
if I know
gonna
you're
be-
up there, I'd be defending right about here.
Well, you
and then
wouldn't
I
be
could still
here.
pop down.
Well, it sort of depends, because if you're all the way up there and I'm here, there's a very small chance of you being able to get to the bottom half of the goal before I get there. If it was me, I'd probably be sitting about here, because what you want is you want them to make that pass, and as soon as you make that pass, you're jumping here, and you're receiving it. They'll probably receive it in their hands, and as soon as they receive it in their hands, you're taking it out of their hand. Because they're going to be sitting here waiting for the disc, and as soon as it gets to their hand, you want them to catch it right here, and that would be where you're grabbing it.
Okay.
But what happens with that is if they put one person on clock, then the goalie's covering here and he's covering clock, and what that does is there's only 3 other people, right?
So now
Meaning that you have
defense has
one
the
person on
numbers
every
advantage.
single person. Yes. Now, if they put one person on top and bottom, then you have to have somebody on one of the 2 guys. You got to call which one, the goalie calls which one they want, and then the other person, a defender, needs to cover.
All right, I have a quick question here for you, since we're talking about attacking positions. We've been doing lately is we've been trying to get our midfielder to sneak up and be right about here.
That is
That way they
great.
can catch the pass, and we've gotten a lot of success with it. But where it fails is if the goalie knows we're here, the goalie will jump down and catch that pass as it's coming.
So this is about what you'd want to do. So you don't want to be like, hey, we're pushing up, put somebody here, and they'll be here for like 15, 20 seconds. What you'll want to do is you'll want to have somebody in this area over here that's being covered. That at some point is going to be like, hey, it's time. They're going to get that stun. Bottom of goal. I'm going to be here immediately, straight to me, and
Okay.
all right, so you're going to be on that post for about 2 seconds. So now, as soon as you grab onto that post, the pass should already be coming to you.
Okay. Like push.
Yeah, and that person would be like, I'm under goal or bottom of goal, and they'll be cutting to it. They're not going to call it after they get there. They're going to call it about 2 seconds before they get there. They're going to be like, bottom of goal, 1, 2, I'm on it, catch, in.
Okay.
Alright, so
Alright.
hold on. If someone's on clock and there's a goalie, like waiting to try and stop whoever's there, what about a ceiling dunks? Like, how would they?
You can do that. You can do that. So the only thing about it is with a goalie being right here,
So ceiling bounce.
their job's to cover this guy, so it gives you a better advantage on the defensive side, because then you can have one person on every single person instead of only having 3 of the 4 people covered. All right, because what happens a lot of times, like if I'm sitting here, I'll stop somewhere like Nugget, and I can't tell you the amount of time I stop at Nugget, and one person will go clock, and it drags one person behind it, and then one person will go to like shoulder, and one person will go under goal. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've gone to walk free on goal from right here because there's somebody on every single person but me.
Except for the disc holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happens is right now with putting one person above, one person below, and one person at far shoulder, if I'm here right now, that means that there's a defender under goal, there's a defender above goal, and then there's a defender at shoulder, meaning there's nobody to cover me other than the goalie.
And you
Right,
should
so-
always take one-on-ones with goal.
Yeah. So right now, if I have disc, and there's one person below and one person above, that's where J-Dub has to go, I have the guy above goal or I have the guy below goal, and then another defender has to cover the one other guy. Because otherwise, anytime that you put somebody on that backboard, and you have a defender cover it, that's one less guy you have that can push. Right now, yes, I can hit that guy, but hitting it off the ceiling, there's still, he has just as good of a chance as this guy to be able to reach it unless this guy jumps up here, and then the goalie's already going to be on his ass. So if he's not going from here and slapping it straight to somebody, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna lose the disc.
Okay.
It is a little bit harder to defend under goal, or if whoever's above goal is on the ceiling upside down, because you can't reach them. But if they're sitting on clock right here, then it's very easy for the goalie to get it. If you have somebody sitting on the ceiling or on the floor, then that's really where you have to have somebody covering the guy instead of just the goalie. But if you put your defenders all over everybody, then you're always going to leave one guy open, right? One guy's always open. So what you actually want is a good thing if you have a defender that sits here on clock. Like, it's a good thing because then you have one less person that can get that disc. Now, if they're on the side, that makes it a little bit more complicated because if somebody over here has a disc, somebody has to be watching that cut pass. Because if somebody hits me here, I'm going to get that goal every time because J-Dub can't get to it in time. Right?
Right.
So it's just a matter of where they are. Like, if they're here, J-Dub, this is the perfect spot for exactly where you want them.
Okay.
Right? But if they're on the side or if they're on this wall, it makes it a little bit more complicated. One more thing I wanted to talk about real quick is no matter where people are on the field, somebody, here, can I see the disc? One orange come to me right here. There's the disc. Bobby, come over here to Ghost. Jeep, stay at Pac-Man. So everybody guard who you would be guarding, and J-Dub just be in the goal for now. I'm not playing, brother. I'm not playing right now. I'm just talking. All right. So right now, who's open?
Open me.
Bob. Yeah, somewhat open. But so the thing is, send it back to him.
Back to you.
You're like a little ninja.
Right now, who is
Crimson's open.
So
Or Coda.
Electric, go a little
Coda
bit
goes.
closer to him. The guy with the disc, right?
Yeah, he's the only one that's open.
So right now, you only have 3 people that can push, right? And they have 4.
So Coda should start walking it up, and that'll force a defender to go to him.
I'm talking about this is your job right here.
Okay.
This is for defending for everybody right here. This helps a lot of people. So right now, you have the one guy up here. J-Dub, you're going to call one person that you want to push. Out of these 3 guys, who do you want to push the disc?
Cal?
Yeah, that'd probably be my pick with where he is too. So Electric, or actually my bad. Silent or Cal?
I said Cal.
Okay, I'd probably pick Silent because of where Jeep's positioned right now. Because Bobby's all the way up there. It's hard for him to be able to push this guy while covering him. Right?
Couldn't Cal kind of come up and go like this as a push, and then he's in between him and the guy up there?
Then
He
Coda would
could,
just go
but right now, Coda could just push down here and he has a free walk on goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just go to Nugget, because then I could still get back here.
Correct.
But if
So
Jeep
what you
pushed,
would
I could
what
get
you
back
would
here.
want is you'd want Silent that's over here. He's pushing. His goal is to cover this pass too. So he's gonna push part way to here. You're gonna fake a push to see if he throws it. If he doesn't throw it, you're gonna push like that.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna try to cover as much space as possible, and watching where he could throw it. Because if he's here, he's either gonna go overhand to her. With the geos around him, he's gonna most likely go overhand, right? Because if you go here,
Right.
depending on where you are on this geo, you're gonna go side hand and you're gonna hit something, or if you go underhand, you're gonna hit something. So really, your only option is to go overhand. So you know that he's either gonna go overhand or side hand. So you'd put your 2 hands here, and what you'd want to do is coming from this spot, you're gonna crouch a little bit,
Oh,
right? And
all right.
right before you get there, because he thinks that he can go over you, and you're gonna stand up to where it is. And you're gonna put your hands in the spot you think he's gonna throw.
Nice.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's deadly.
So that's
The cookie commanders
thought
are
on
learning
it.
this session too.
so that's the thought on that. But your goal is to always make it where you have one guy that has to always cover 2 guys because you're defending.
Yeah.
For attacking,
every
that's
time
where
someone's on.
what has to happen here is if you're attacking, you gotta constantly be moving. So everybody that's attacking right now, if you see that he goes up, you gotta either push back a little bit so he has somewhere open, but your goal is to make it where he has no geos between him and the guy. See right here, this is a great spot to have to defend because you have this and this in between it, right? You can get around really easy everywhere right here. But if Jeep now is like, oh shit, he's covering him, he has nowhere else to go, and she pushes to here, or even a little bit farther back to the station, there's no good way to cover this. Right? And now Silent's going to be out of the play. He's pushing to Coda. Coda plays it here, and that's where then Bobby would move back a little bit, and then you can hit Bobby. Right? And now we're completely open again. There's no way to defend where Bobby is right now unless somebody else is on the ceiling with him. And you don't necessarily want to put your defender there because if he gets stunned out, he has a free walk. So you got to constantly be moving. On attacking, you never want to sit here on one geo unless you're completely open. Like right now, at 1, 2, 3, 4, nobody's on me. I can stay here, right? If I see at any point somebody's not where they are and heading my way at all, I'm moving to a different spot, right? If it means I'm even moving somewhere and then moving back to where I'm at, or if I'm backing away from goal. Things that nobody thinks about. Who's ever upside down on the floor?
Nobody.
I do that a lot.
You
started
sit
doing it.
on this upside down.
Not really. Like at the beginning, I go upside down on boot. I tend to do that.
So if you're ever upside down, instead of just playing on just what the ceiling is, if you play on like the bottom of geos, it helps a lot too. Because not a lot of people play upside down. So if you flip upside down and go to the bottom of stuff, it opens up a whole new world.
Yeah, I love upside down nets.
One thing for attacking and defending that I never see people do, that I even get mad at my team constantly for. Who hides?
Oh, I do.
hide.
I do.
How often?
I do sometimes.
The backline player on our team hides a lot.
Just defending or defending and attacking? If you're attacking, do you ever hide?
Mostly,
I just defend.
mostly for attacking,
I
not for
do.
defending.
I use it.
You hide
When
for
I
attacking,
defend,
but
I
not
also
defending?
hide a bit.
Yeah, mostly for attacking. So like if we're pressing the bubble and they don't need a reset right now, or I think that like if it gets intercepted real quick and cleared, I'll come post up right back here behind station. That way they think they have an open clear through tunnel or through mid, and as soon as I see that disc icon start coming this way, I'll pop out and grab it and keep it back in play. But I
I'm
don't do
talking
it
about
so
if
much
we-
for
If
defending.
we physically have disc.
Yeah, no, I have
Oh,
not.
if we have
hid
this, then
so
I
much
I
while
tend
having
not
this.
to hide.
Okay, so let me point this out. The whole point of hiding is so they don't know you're there, right?
Yeah.
So why not do it when you're attacking too? So go back to double diamond. So if I'm here, who knows I'm here right now for just looking around?
The guy at Double Diamond knows.
Yeah, just you. You're the only one that can see me. You and my team. So what you're gonna do is I want you to hit this wall right here.
Oh, that was terrible.
So as long as you make it
Yeah.
between
Let me try
this
that
and
again.
Pac-Man, I have disc, right? And nobody knows. Everybody thinks that you made a bad pass or you just cleared it, right? And I'm gonna get it, and now I have nobody's on me because they're all covering other people, right? Because they haven't seen
'Cause
me.
they didn't know
think
you
I'm
were
down
there.
the field or
Right.
somewhere else. So now think of what happens whenever everybody starts to hide, and from time to time, what you do is you move from one geo to another, and then you're sitting here. Everybody looks away for a second, guarding someone else, and you move somewhere else. Nobody knows you're here, right? So if you put somebody then, like in this area, and there's somebody hiding at Bowtie, right? Somebody's gonna be heading this way. They're gonna clear it, looking like it's towards Bowtie. Like, go to a station, Ditto. So, I can't really see his name. What's your name?
Coda.
Coda. Okay. So you're gonna. So right now, Coda's hiding where. Like, go to the other side, Coda. Go around. Like, to the back of Bowtie. Or to the.
Play back here.
Like towards half court. Towards half court.
The front side over
So
here.
like to
Coda.
right here. So like if you're attacking, like this would be where you'd be if you're hiding, right?
Yeah.
So if
Or you're
J-Dub's there,
attacking.
somebody sees J-Dub, somebody sees the guy at boot, somebody sees me, right? You're gonna act like you're gonna throw it to me, but you're gonna throw it to Coda, right? Now how many people would know Coda has disc instead of just thinking that it was coming to me and everybody's pushing me now?
Pretty much
Nobody
everyone.
except for your team, because your
Yeah,
team would be the
everyone
ones
would
to
just
see
push
it.
you.
Correct. So
Yeah,
now,
everybody would jump at him.
yeah, now nobody's on him and he has nobody on him where he can continue to push up, right?
Right.
So should you be hiding even if you're attacking?
Yes.
So a lot of times, even if you have somebody here, if you throw it above right here, right? So I'm hiding. I can't see this because we're not actually start in game. but in game you have that little bubble that's always there.
Disc icon.
Where I'd be here, I see he's open now because that guy was pushing him, and now he's open. Now he has a free walk, right? So it's all about positioning. It's all about using everything to your advantage. If you're able to hide because nobody, even if they know that you're there, they'll start to forget, right? Because of how much stuff happens in the game. If you're sitting here and right now, J-Dub, you're covering me, you see me right now, right? And then if I see that you look away, because the disc got sent to that side of the field, all right? So you look over there, right? And I'm gonna move this way because you looked over there.
Towards the disc over here.
And now you sort of forget that I'm there, right? Because you're not looking at me and you couldn't see me anymore because you're like, shit, who was I marking? And then move somewhere else because you don't think you're marking anyone.
Exactly.
Right? And then if I see the disc is over there and everybody's looking over there, I'm going to push off of something sometimes. I'm not going to use boosters. If you're looking that way, you're not going to see that go by you, right? You're not going to hear me.
Yeah, if you don't use boosters, you don't hear them.
And now I have nobody on me. And if you throw it to like the top of backboard over here, they're going to think it's a backboard shot. They're going to turn around and goal to intercept the backboard pass, the backboard shot, right? Where in reality, what's going to happen is I'm going to be here, I'm going to grab it, and now they're like, holy shit, there's somebody there.
Instead of just a bounce shot. Yep.
So how many of y'all fly, and as you fly, you constantly hold your boosters down, even if you're going your max speed?
Oh, I do that.
I've been guilty of that still. I'm working on it. I've realized once you hit a maximum speed, there's no point of using your boosters anymore because you're already going your maximum speed.
Yep. And so what I'm going to bring up with this as well is if you're flying, how many times do y'all sit here and you're going 5 meters per second and you still use your head booster as soon as you can?
I do.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right. And how many times do y'all, this is something I'm sure everybody here does. All right. If right now, if you're on shield, right? And then you want to go to post, how many times do y'all do a double booster to get to post?
Oh, I do a double, yeah.
Everybody does it, right? Right now, if he's here, if you're on Ghost, right? And you're about to push, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna sort of jump towards it, but instead you're gonna come this way.
Where were you?
All right.
Oh, I went to the couch.
All right, Coda. So what's gonna happen is if he comes this way, but I think he's gonna go over here. If I use both my head boosters, I can only go at 3 meters, 4 meters per second now, depending on how hard I push off, right? Where if right now I just got to here, I haven't used any boosters yet. Come and then go down, and I go. Then I still have both boosters. I can get back to 5 meters per second. I'm right back on him, right? So even if he ducks me, break, and I'm right back on him, right? So he's under me, and then I can right back to him. But it's so a thing for attacking and defending is conserving your boost. Because you can only boost every so long, right? You can't just consecutively just like keep boosting, right? You have 2, and then you're out for 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds you get your other boost. So if you're attacking or defending, it's a matter of waiting to know when to use that boost. Because even if right now, if I use all my boosts to get to right here, and it's a bad pass, and now I can't use my boost to be able to get up to where the disc was, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't have to use that boost, if you're sitting here and you're just waiting for discs, just go around. I mean, half the time I don't use my hand boosters because I've gotten used to how far I need to push, where I need to push to be able to get to each spot on the map, right? If I'm going to nest or ghost. Maybe a little bit every now and then, but it's not just like every time straight to it.
Constantly holding.
Yeah. So your actual booster, the only time that you're using it is to get to 5 meters per second, which should only take 1 boost after your push. Or if right now, if I'm going to boost towards a guy in a different direction. Because if right here, if I have one guy pushing and I stop here and then I jump at him back this way, there's no way to do it at that speed unless you have your boosters. Right? And that's for attacking or defending. If you have somebody that goes by you, you stop, you can go back. But if you only have one, you only go 2.6 meters, and it makes it about pointless.
I've never thought of
so
that either.
you have to conserve your boosters for attacking or defending, and use them when you actually need to, and not just because you have them.
All right. That's some gold.
Right.
Thanks, Foxy.
Yeah.
That's something I'd never thought about.
I didn't think of that till recently, because like right now, if somebody's here at Nugget, where are their options?
Ghost or nest.
They're really trying to look for something right here, right? And if you're somewhere here, like a pillar, and you jump this way, they can get around you, period, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't use any of your boosters, like how many of you would push that using both your boosters? You're going to come off this 1, 2, and then you're here, and then you're floating at 4, right? Where if you went here, right?
Okay.
You make them think you're jumping at them, and then you change directions real quick, and now you're still grabbing onto something.
Correct.
So
That's
it's like
the only way to make it.
if I was holding disc and I saw you do that, I'd think you were jumping at me, and so then I'd go something like this and start moving in, and yeah, you're right on top of me.
and then you're right on top of them. And that's with moving anywhere, because if you're here, I see you go down, right? And it's just a matter of watching where they're going to go, and you turn your head towards where they're going to go, and you go that way, and you're right back on top of them.
For sure. Any last questions about like positioning, attacking the bubble?
Nope. That all sounds good.
No?
I
Okay.
think I'm good.
All right, next thing. A lot of strikers I meet tend to think that you have to throw 19s all the time to be really good.
Yeah, I can't even throw a
Speed helps, but it is not everything. So I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to go over, me and my strikers are going to go over some shots and ways you can attack the bubble without having to throw 19s that you're still going to beat the goalie. Cal, since you're in here, do you want to go in goal real quick? So let's say you have a one-on-one with the goalie. You don't have to just throw a 19. You can come up, you can hit your brakes, and do something like that.
So make it
Except for I'd make
Yeah,
it. Just simple hand moves, like taking the disc from your right hand and moving it to your left hand real quick and throwing it around the goalie. Simple hand moves. Anything that you're moving with your hand is going to throw most goalies off in a one-on-one.
Yeah, fake outs are hard to read.
Oh, you were
Fake outs are really hard to read. Silent, you want to show off some of your skittles real quick?
Sure. I'll do one of my older ones that I do. So
Okay.
I like
Show
to
you guys
go
some
in.
specific shooting attacks. Ooh, Cal read
Push
that one.
behind the back. But it,
Bobby?
like, that one's good for like if you're going away from the goal, then you
I
can
got
just behind the back.
Wait, wrong side.
All right. You got a one-on-one, you're pressing the goal. Show us some things you do to get past the goalie.
Oh, all right. Let me talk on that one real quick. That one's a great one to hit as a 3, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
If
you
you're
can
right
go fast
here
enough, I know.
and if you keep closer to the ceiling, you'll get right here to the edge and throw it and hit it off this part instead, and it's gonna go right in the top pocket. And it is a perfect 3. Like if you can hit that spot, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna make it as a 3.
Alright, you go silent, because you messed up your first one.
What we're just showing you guys here is just like some quick little ideas of just keeping your hands moving as you're attacking the goal will give you a bigger advantage. And we're gonna let you guys,
Like it doesn't have.
we're
to
gonna
be
show
that
you
fast.
some and then I'm gonna let you guys practice and so you can see that speed isn't everything. Small movements, like just changing the hand. If you're right-handed and you're pressing it at the goal with the disc in your right hand, if you pass it behind your back real quick to your left and then shoot it, stuff like that will mess up goalies a lot.
Yeah, or backward shots.
I mean, I've gotten to the point where
Or
I can do that
backward
stuff
shots.
super fast. But you know,
Well, like for really high level goalies, isn't that
like it doesn't have to be fast.
Doesn't have to
Just
be
gotta
You don't have to throw fast to
I'm
beat
trying to
goalies.
go faster, though.
Barrel rolls. Any of you guys that do pitch and roll, this is one that I personally struggle with as a goalie. If you're coming at me and you do something like this, I have no idea where you're shooting it. I hit him right in the head, but you know, as a goalie, I have no idea where you're going to throw it.
Yeah.
Something simple like that gets you an opening on the goalie where you're going to get in. Foxy, are you still listening?
He's on the phone, I think.
Okay.
Bobby, let's grab disc.
Yeah, go get the disc real quick, guys.
Oh, someone's already here.
Oh, did you not know I was there?
Nah, I didn't know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, Coda, can I see it? Here's another one. No-look shots. If you don't know where you're shooting, how's the goalie supposed to know where you're shooting? One that I like to do is I'll come float across like this.
And make it, usually.
I usually make it. I'm missing all my shots right now, but the point is, you know, if you're not looking at where you're shooting, how's the goalie supposed to know where you're shooting?
Honestly,
Silent, you want to show
Something
him your break move?
oh, all right. The one that I've perfected.
How many strikers actually use your breaks when you're attacking the goal?
Sometimes.
I stopped doing it.
See that one?
It's just good.
He
Like,
pressed
you don't
in
have
with
to
his
fully
hand
stop.
up. You just stop and switched
But
it. You're gonna
if
beat
you
lots of
just,
goalies
like,
with that.
If you slow down a lot,
Cal knew that's what he
then
was doing.
I kind of just quit doing that because I
You gotta,
felt like I was
like,
just gonna
right here
Kind of
is a
feels
good
like-
area to bounce off. If you're on, like, you're on shoulder, just like this area will go down. It's just nice.
Okay, I think a big thing you have to watch if the goalie's like on one side of the goal. So if you're on that side and the goalie's like right here looking at you, because usually they are, or they're on like first block, they're not. When you get close, like I can see that he's covering this side more securely than the other side. So if I just wait a little bit, and then he'll move to one side, I can throw it on the other side. Or, you know, he can't cover the whole goal once you get close enough.
That's true. Anybody else have any little quick shots, techniques that they would like to show off real quick before we let everybody kind of practice some of these? Because this is what's going to really help you guys as a striker. If you know that you don't have to throw 19, but you know how to win in one-on-one situations,
Oh, I got one.
you're going to score more points.
That, like,
So we're
burns.
just showing you some examples of stuff that we've done that you can feel free to mimic.
I usually like to put it back.
That one's pretty good.
Cal should have saved that one. I'm slightly disappointed in him.
This shot. Go for it. You do yours first. Do yours first.
Oh, I'm not. I was gonna do anything.
No,
I
go
was
ahead
just
and
saying-
try one. You're there.
Do it.
Take a shot on a goalie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bumped
So
like
you
that.
saw where he jumped out at you, right?
Here, I'll be in
You
goal.
you saw where he jumped out at you.
Yeah.
Whenever he jumps out at you, right? Because he's at a goal. One thing I think you all should get used to is if you have anyone near you, like right now, if I'm going at the goal and I make a cut pass or anything, if you're within like this distance of any defender, no matter what you're doing, do whatever you're gonna do and put your shield up.
And just hang there.
Yeah, just hang there, go do something. If you have somebody on your back, who knows how to get a leech off your back?
Oh, you rub them off on Geo.
All right.
That was nice.
So how do you do that? Like right now, if she's on my back, where should I go?
Right now, you should either go to Ghost or to Shoulder.
Okay. And should I just float there?
No, you should grab it and then just...
Well, right now, with where I am, what should I do to get there?
Oh. Shit, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, right,
Shield
right,
on
right.
your way so they can't stun you.
Yeah. Okay,
Right?
that makes
You
sense.
always want a shield. Shielding should be your best friend anytime there's anyone near you.
Did you just stun me?
Yeah, I did.
Foxy, you want to show them your ender slap now that everybody's here?
I'll show two. Can I see the disc? I remember
someone
just a
on
minute
blue.
ago.
Someone
what
on blue,
what I was
silent. I
talking
want you to cover Foxy while he does this.
Okay.
Is that it?
No.
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 So act like you're covering Foxy while he does this. Watch, he's gonna show you this ender slap move.
What the?
That's not it.
I'm so mad.
I thought you should.
No, he just ducked you. But like, so in the example
You're
I
talking
wanted you
about
to
this
grab
one?
him, you would have grabbed him. Well, you did exactly what I wanted. He just didn't play it right. Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, ender slap. Drop the disc. Drop the disc. Throw your shields up real quick while you're moving inside. That way, even if somebody's on you, they can't stun you. More often than not, if you're defending inside the bubble and they perch inside the bubble, the
do
defenders
that
tend to
again?
go for the stun over the disc. So if you drop the disc
No, when
and
with the
shield,
gun.
they're gonna try and stun you. They're gonna stun themselves, and then you can just slap the disc real quick.
So this is one other thing I want y'all to think about too. I'm gonna bring one of the guys on my team in too, if that's all
All
right.
right. Yeah, go for it.
One of the things to think about, right, is if you're just floating here and you have your shield up, what's one thing that they can still do to get the disc? Exactly. So how do you prevent that? So right now,
You usually shield and then stun.
how many times do y'all see me where
Doing this,
I duck?
and then you go. Oh.
J-Dome, how
What's
many
up,
times have you
Mosky?
seen me duck? And then how many times have you seen me duck and shield?
You duck and shield almost simultaneously.
Hi, Mosky.
So anytime I duck and shield, it's because I think that they're going to leech on me. Can I see the disc real quick? So if I'm just ducking somebody, I'm not going to shield because I can get past them, right? But if I think that they're going to leech on me, the reason I'm shielding and I'm ducking is because if they grab onto me, so somebody hold on to me.
Oh, you.
If I'm coming right
No,
here,
I
right
had
now,
you muted.
it's harder to get that disc from me because I'm moving, making it where your hand's moving too, right? So it makes it harder to grab that disc,
Say your name because there's like. Is he doing that?
right? Because most likely you're going to be doing this, trying to
he's
grab it.
Right.
Well, what will happen is I'll be here like this.
No,
Okay.
And if
Good
I
luck.
try to
Right.
stun
Good.
you,
That's good content for.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's
Yeah.
because I don't actually move the disc at all. I leave
of
the
the
disc going where it's
members
at
are
because
recording.
I'm planning on them grabbing me, and I'm trying to keep them away from the disc.
Yeah.
All right.
But entering and using your shield is always a good thing to do, if you have the disc or not.
can I stun you?
All right, let's all take some turns taking your one-on-ones with the goalie and see what you guys,
Who's gonna
you know,
be goalie?
think about some stuff you can do to beat the goalies in one-on-ones.
What up?
Some of the stuff we've showed you, etc. Practice it. What's up, buddy?
How we doing? What up, J-Dub?
We're doing good. Get out of goal. You got the disc, Crimson.
Oh, so I can go now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, Bobby, come with me real quick. Go down to the other end of the field.
Coda's got this. Go for it,
So
Coda.
I want you to try this shot, all right? So go from here, drop down to post on J-Dub. From here, throw it straight off the back board, right straight.
Almost. You were a little too close to goal when you did that.
And then dunk it.
Yeah.
G,
Wait, what are you guys working on?
Oh, I have to actually stand up.
We're
now.
just-
Try and do it.
I'm just kind of going over one-on-ones, how to win one-on-ones with goalie right now.
Here, can I put in a lot of input as a?
Yeah, go for it.
Tactical
This
striker?
guy's a
Alright,
diamond
sweet.
tier striker too.
Okay, so like generally when like unless it's literally like a straight one-on-one, most of your like offensive goals, like if you like I recommend like after this going to watch like just to watch a master tier game, like go watch Ignite versus Burners from last night.
We've already covered cut passes and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, it says most goals that are close to the net in hub blocks, like are like from off angles. So like if I was here, it would like it might probably be a pass. Like goalies get good, but to win just like a straight one-on-one, I always like to throw in a fake somewhere. So like it would be like fake high shoot low, or like fake off the wall low, or even like here can I have this.
Yeah.
Like, so I play a lot of inverted, so that's just my like used to. So if I'm like here, I go like that, like something.
Okay.
But yeah, like so yeah, ducking
All right.
and reversing. So yeah, throwing
Electra?
fakes because the goalie's gonna have to go for the first one, and if he doesn't bite,
I
just
gotta go.
drop it in.
See you later. Thanks.
Bye, Cal.
All right, later.
Have a good one, Cal.
All right, Crimson, you got it. Go ahead. There you go. You got by me. Whoever gets it, go ahead and
Bobby,
go ahead,
try-
press the goal. Get some practice here, guys. Because winning
okay.
one-on-ones, if you know how to win one-on-ones, you're going to be more confident pushing into the bubble, and you're going to score more points. And again, this shows you guys that you don't have to throw 19s to beat goalie. You can beat a goalie with slower shots as long as you know how to psych the goalie out as you're coming in.
Yeah, so watch this one, everyone.